At Local Swell Trackers Tuesday night, January 24th, last week of the month setting up, and we're setting up beautifully. We've had a series of storms tracking within the jet stream and coming into longitudes just north of us, bringing in north swell from this guy on Thursday and even a little bit today, and this guy coming over here, which will bring us in some 8 to 10, maybe 12-foot waves. See that angle? The fetch on the southwest flank of that storm is moving the same direction as the storm center, creating a following or captured fetch. That always allows a higher sea development. It crosses the date line, reaching within under 1,000 miles of us, so the close proximity also means less swell decay over time. And 8 to 12 feet we're going to claim for Saturday. And there may even be some bigger sets. The swell periods are only going to be 14, maybe 16 seconds. But the seas are, again, close to us, so we don't need as big of periods. Now, I know you're seeing a pair of lows up there in the corner off of the Kuril Islands here in Kamchatka. Watch that one as they merge with some insane hurricane-force winds and giant 35-foot seas, filling up much of the West Basin. And that puppy, we're going to claim 10 to 15 feet now. That's been two major upgrades on that storm so far with the WaveWatch 3 models. And we're going to give it 10 to 15 for Monday, and then dropping down 10 plus on Tuesday. And it's going to be hard to follow up with that one. But there does seem to be another storm for a west swell coming off of Japan in about, next Wednesday. That's a week out from tomorrow. All right, so the wave winter machine is cranking, and we are stoked. I will take a look at the swell periods generated by some of these systems. The current one today was a disappointment. We were hoping for 4, maybe 5 feet out of the northwest. It was only 3 feet, maybe a plus. Definitely Wednesday is going to be the day right there. And then the bigger event right there on Saturday, and then the really big one right there coming in. Take a look at the swell periods, swell trains. And again, swell periods are a conservative value. Swell heights lose half of their height, their vertical height, every 1,000 miles in the open ocean, approximately. The swell periods remain rather constant. That's why we can get swells with 20 seconds and 6 feet from 5,000 miles away, especially during those beautiful New Zealand swells that we see. So anyway, there you go. Lots of serious size swell marching our way with some more manageable stuff here for Wednesday, Thursday. Again, these systems are getting close enough to us to break up the trade wind pattern, leading to an east-southeast flow to the winds. There you go. See that system right there? Yeah, that's an out-of-season winter caliber system, although the track, by the time it gets out to the east of New Zealand, it weakens and moves more zonal or west to east. So we're not expecting a whole lot from that. That would be around February 5th. But at least we're keeping an eye on it. And then that one tracks down into the Ross Ice Shelf. We're not going to see anything from that. So, I'm sorry, this one, if it'll just switch directions and veer up more towards the equator, we'd be looking a lot better. Anyway, let's claim February 5th, 6th, 1 to 2, 2.5. Okay, the jet stream is looking beautiful, consolidated, dropped down to longitudes of 25 to 35 degrees, and again, getting out past the dateline, reaching Hawaii here at about 160. The dateline's at 180, and sometimes it stretches all the way to the west coast, which is why they've been seeing some serious northwest swells, the first big ones of the season. And then down under, you see how the flow is meridional or up towards us, towards the equator. That is going to steer that one system, and hopefully the models will pan out a little bit better. Now, the surface charts are showing that ridge over the islands in this front here. It's causing the winds to loop around from the east-southeast. Variable winds with glassy mornings and onshore sea breeze patterns from land heating. That's very typical. Cool evening, 67 degrees, highs about 80. Beautiful weather, really. It's overall fairly dry. Here's these low pressures bringing us in our swell for Saturday. High pressures are pretty weak sandwiched in between these lows. Let's jump up and take a look at the water vapor loop showing the features way up high in the sky. You can see the brown, dry, sinking air leaving us in a rather stable air mass. Doesn't seem like it, though, with all the haze and east-southeasterly winds. We actually have fog being pulled up from the Big Island and up over the island. So the dirty air is not going to get out of here until Friday, Saturday, when that front lifts. Right now it's stuck. Again, highs about 80, lows about 67. It feels brisk to those warm-blooded locals. And we've got lots of fun swell to be had. And, play it safe out there Saturday and then especially Monday and Tuesday. And we'll see you back here Wednesday evening. How's that? Aloha.